So if you're in the older crowd that likes to play Road to Vostok, or maybe you just don't like to use Discord, totally get it, no judgment. A new update just dropped today, or rather more of a sneak peek, just dropped today of what the Road to Vostok Nomads are going to look like. So I kind of wanted to share some of those images and also talk about the artist, ZunaSW, or better known as Kynes Peace, and just show you some of the works that he's done. But come to find out, this guy has basically done like every character model for Road to Vostok so far. Me personally, I've been a really big fan of how a lot of these characters look, especially the Punisher, the Generalist, the Gunsmith. They all kind of have this like gritty, no-nonsense look about them. Also, the Grandma is another super cool looking character that hasn't been implemented into the game yet. But either which way, this guy's doing a great job on making a lot of these different characters come to life inside of Anti's game. So here's our first full in-color sneak peek of what the Nomads will look like in Road to Vostok, and I think they look absolutely phenomenal. I think they seriously match the game's aesthetic. Once again, the character designs are all super consistent, and if we just look at these guys, it's kind of like a bit of a stark contrast between the bandits and finally seeing, other normal people in the game that aren't just going to be vendors. But I think they look phenomenal. Not to stroke up the artist too much, but he's done a really good job keeping the aesthetic really consistent across all of his designs that he's implemented so far. And just another little thing I noticed while going through the old sneak peek of the Nomads, the ones that don't have any color, I've come to find out that this Nomad right here is titled Road to Vostok Nomad Boss. It seems like there will be some sort of boss system in place, or like a faction leader, something in that regard. This is literally going to be the character model for it. Thought that was pretty sweet. And then all the other ones that follow is basically just Nomad A, Nomad B, Nomad C. Basically just normal run-of-the-mill nomads, maybe guys that aren't too special yet. But yeah, let's keep in mind though that this stuff is still super early. I'm probably jumping the gun just a little bit here, but I wanted to share these updates for the people that aren't on Discord and maybe aren't on Twitter or X. Because if you're not able to see these updates, or maybe you wait for somebody to post them on YouTube to share them with you, I feel like you're kind of missing out. But either which way, I'm super stoked for the next build of Road to Vostok to come out. I think it's going to really flesh out a lot of areas of the game and make it feel like less of a framework and a lot more closer to being fleshed out to a fuller functioning project. Also, another thing to take into consideration, when Build 2 comes out, the Nomads are not going to be the only thing that will be introduced. There will also be the driver trader and also a new map and shelter integrated into the game, which is going to be huge. It's just going to be more stuff to explore, more people to interact with, and other things going on. Also, the introduction of AI variants. So what I think this is it's going to be different factions behaving differently. So the bandits will obviously behave differently from like the Russian soldiers you encounter in Vostok, or the border zone guards that you run into on occasion, stuff like that. So I think the game is really going to start striking up an identity, or at least have more varying factors to it, that is just going to make it feel much more cohesive. Either which way, I'm super excited for this. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think is going to be one of the bigger or more monumental builds coming up, or what you're most looking forward to. Either which way, thanks for watching. See ya.